Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and great millstone who rule well. Peace and mercy to the Tazadak Akim out there that's laboring his truth with all sincerity. I want to say Shalom. All right, I'm the brother Thamayim. Going into a lesson about, a brief lesson about this vision I had, yesterday. Well, really today. Okay, and I found that it was heavy because in my vision, I believe it was basically, taking place in the last days. All right, so I'm gonna briefly touch on it. In my dream, it started off with me leaving work. All right, me leaving work, and I went to go link a brother. One of the brothers in the camp, and it was a regular day. I end up meeting the brother. And then, as we walking, just casually, out of nowhere, things just went left. We start seeing people, running. People, we see military, we see tanks, we just see all chaos, being broken loose. All right, out of the middle of nowhere. Mind you, it was a peaceful, sunny day, and it was so chaotic, in the flesh, man, I was panicking, because it happened so suddenly. Me and the brother was panicking, because we see people running towards the military officials. We see people running away. All right, so I don't know what was going on. All right, but I'm gonna explain what I think what was happening. Okay, so to be brief. So we seen them, everybody running, through the spirit. The Lord, had me look another way, had me look to my right side, and there was like a whole pathway for me and the brother to leave. So I run towards that way, and then I look back, make sure the brother was with me. I see the brother still, in the crowd. So I told the brother, hey, I found a way. Let's go this way. So the brother followed me. And we started running. All right, we running. I wasn't tired. The brother wasn't tired. But then the dream, it skipped to I ran all the way to my, my house, my apartment building. And then when I reached my apartment building, nobody was inside the building. It was just completely empty. All right, and then when I was looking outside, all I seen was military tanks. I seen, jets. I seen armored, trucks. I seen the FDNY, come through. It's just like everything, they blocked the military tanks and everything, blocked the whole highway off. And if brothers who've been to my, my apartment, I live right next to, to the highway. So this is what I seen. I seen the whole highway get blocked off with tanks, armored trucks, helicopters, jets. It was just chaotic. And then when then the dream skips back. So I end up going back. It just basically glitched back to where I was in the crowd, but I wasn't with the brother. So now I'm just extra wow, I'm by myself. So, I started, the Lord just directed my steps. I started running. I seen an ocean. I just jumped in the ocean. Something just told me jumped in the ocean. All right. I was holding my, my breath under the water for 3-4 minutes. And then there's you had military officials in the water as well. They was looking for me. I don't know why they was looking for me, but not saying just me particular. They was just, I guess they was just looking for people. And I guess, I was one of them. So, mind you, I'm not a brother who could hold his breath under the water for so long. So I'm holding my breath. I was good. I came back up to the water, swam back up. The Lord directed me to go to an empty little cabin. The dream is weird. So I end up going to a cabin. I chilled there, and then, somebody came into my cabin, or shed, I should say, and basically say, yo, you good, man. You know, you could go run. So I said, oh, okay. So I just, I took back off. So as I'm running, I basically just end up waking up. So, that was pretty much the dream. So I got a couple precepts that I'm going to go into. So this is Joel chapter 2, verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. And I believe this was a vision that I seen, about the last days, because to back this precept up, this is the precept I want to get, to basically go into it. Matter of fact, let me just go over here, because everything happened out of nowhere, and this is the perfect precept that I want to use. So this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. All right, it says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. And the Lord came unexpected. Not saying the Lord came unexpected, but all hell, chaos just, happened suddenly, and we know that's how our Lord is going to come. He's going to come out of nowhere. He's going to come, when you least expect it. All right. Because that's what a thief does. A thief comes in, praying, and he comes out of nowhere, So it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Like I said, it was a regular day. Everybody was walking. It was a casual, day. I believe it could be in the summertime. People walking up the block, having conversation, people on their phones. I was with the brother just, casually walking. And then, sudden destruction came, because we seen all military tanks, armored trucks, jets, helicopters, grabbing people. All right. I don't know I didn't physically see them grab people and throw them inside the, tanks, because I was just too busy trying to get out of the situation. But I'm pretty sure that was happening, because, like I said, when I came to my apartment building, nobody was in the building. It was completely empty, So I was just, they probably, what I'm speculating is they probably was, brought to a concentration camp, and that's when the trials could have just started right there. Like, the dollar crash, you got to take this, this chip, in order to survive in society. And that's just me speculating, right? So it says, I'm going to read it again. So it says, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right, and this is what's going to happen, a sudden destruction is going to come upon the people. All right. And it's going to, and America's in his labor pains. Okay. So this is why the scriptures speak about we have to measure the times diligently in itself, and just be, occupied in the prophecies, being occupied in the scriptures, because we know things can happen out of nowhere. And that's what I experienced in the dream. Okay. It just, it just was chaotic out of nowhere. All right. But at the same time, the Lord was with us. The Lord was with me and the brother, and I believe that we got spiritual powers, because when we was running, I wasn't tired. When I was under the water, I held my breath for like 3 to 4 minutes, and I don't swim every day, and I want to get a precept on that. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse, I'm going to start from verse 29. Matter of fact, I'm going to start from 28. Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting power, the Lord Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. And that's, I could say humbly, because, we doing the work, we waiting on the Lord. We still, going out there on the highways and byways, prophesying and teaching, being patient, suffering with the Lord. All right. And we waiting on, these prophecies to fulfill. Okay. It says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with the wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. And that's just my point. We was running. I promise you, I ran, from the other side of Brooklyn to my apartment, and I wasn't tired. Maybe it is a dream, but I wasn't tired at all. My adrenaline was pumping, and we was, running and running and running. All right, as well as, the spiritual power of me holding my breath under the water. I don't swim every day, like I said before. I'm not Michael Phelps. I felt like that was a long time to be under the water, so they won't catch me. And this is all through the, Lord's doing. The Lord, gave me those spiritual powers to endure. It may have not been something crazy, but hey, it definitely was beneficial. I was able to run home from, I ran miles. Like I said, I don't do cardio every day. I'm not a track racer. So it was all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It says, and they shall walk and not faint. I wasn't faint. I wasn't tired. I was good. You see? I was good. And the scriptures speak about how the Lord directed my steps. Like I said, the Lord I just was programmed to know what to do. I was programmed to know what to do. I knew how to move, even though I was scared. And that's why I want to get it right here. Hold on. Scarcely. This is, even though I was scared, the Lord, delivered me and the brother. Okay, so this is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? We were scarcely saved, out of that situation, because like I said, it happened out of nowhere. We did not expect it. We was not on point. It wasn't something that you could prepare yourself for. That was the feeling, so it was a lot of anxiety, going on. Speaking for myself, I was panicking. I'm in the flesh. I felt very scared. I didn't lack faith. I didn't feel like, oh, it's over. But in those emotions, it just happened out of nowhere. I was panicking, but I knew the Lord was with us because he allowed us to escape. Even when I glitched, like when the vision glitched back into the same scenery and I was by myself, I was still confident. I was just programmed to, to know where to go, and know what to do. And that's just, the faith that you got to have. You have to fully have faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and knowing that he's going to direct your steps and he's going to deliver you. All right. If you just have, remain faithful in this truth, even if, you become a martyr, even if you're a martyr, the Lord is going to put his spirit upon you to endure that, but, with that, I'm not going to be too long-winded, Lord willing, this was, a faith booster, that was the point of the lesson, to boost the people's faith, and, we at the end times. Because don't be surprised, going back to Joel, the 2nd chapter, that you're going to, hear a lot of people, young women, men, have visions and speak of these visions. All right. And in the last couple of years, it's been happening, but don't be surprised that, it happens more often because we're getting closer to the end. Okay. But with that, Lord willing, is edifying and faith boosting. And with that, I was going to say, Shalom.